Darcy Myers today, obviously been a long-time head pro here at Cooke Municipal Golf Course. Word coming down a couple weeks ago. You're now going to be the general manager of the entire facility here at the curling club. And we'll get to that. But Darcy, thanks for doing this today. Your start in golf, you mentioned that you moved here to CA when you were 6 years old. Is that when the love affair started, or how did you get involved?
Yeah, growing up in Saskatchewan, my dad introduced me to the game, and we live not far from the Silverwood golf course, so kind of started at the par 3 there, and I remember going around the perimeter of the golf course, picking up those stray golf balls and, replenishing my stock kind of thing, but and then it just carried on from there. I caddied for my dad at Holiday Park a couple times, and he gave me a golf club, and the rest is history. I moved up here to Prince Albert in grade 6. I was 10 or 11 years old, and started off at Fairview, and the next season I stepped foot here at Cooke Municipal for the first time, fell in love, and knew that this is what I wanted to do.
So was there college to kind of learn how to do it, and was yourself involved with that, or how did you learn the ropes to get in the industry?
Yeah, I went to college in Lethbridge. They had a professional golf course management program with business administration, so I went through that and, worked here in the summers and, completed my certifications and all the continuing education and everything like that, and turned pro when I was 20 years old, and I've basically been here most of my career.
Did you get right into working, or did you get to play a little bit as a pro when you were younger?
In my younger days, I did play a little bit more for sure, but family and life, kind of takes precedence, and so I didn't play much tournament golf for a number of years, but still try and play, in our men's nights and some club functions like that. So yeah.
Talk to us about Cooke. I mean, it's obviously a special golf course. It's right in the heart of the city, and it's really a big part of this community. Based up to the 100th Northern. But just talk about Cooke and what makes this place so unbelievable.
Yeah, Cooke is a very special place. We're really proud of what we have here, and being in the middle of the city, really you only see the city streets here on the first tee and 18th green. Once you're out over the first hill on number 1, you lose that impression, and you're out in nature, and it's a really good golf course. We have a lot of history here, obviously, we're in our 113th season, and we've had a lot of big events over the years, and the golfers are really proud of what we have here, so we're very lucky.
Talk about the Northerns a little bit. You just went through the 100th Northern a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, but talk about, those, because they're kind of the highlights annually for this, not just the course, but the city. Sure.
Absolutely. The Northern tournaments are our flagship events here at Cooke, and last year was very special with the 100th men's consecutive, championship, with COVID and world wars, years ago. Cooke has kept that tradition going, fortunately, and last year, having a lot of returning champions, past champions, current champions, it was really special. It was nice to see Pete Laconey and Danny Jutra and kind of do the ceremonial first tee shot, and Ron Stewart, of course, and Jim Sissons. Those names have been part of this tradition we have here for a really long time, and it's we want to continue that going forward.
You mentioned Danny Jutra, one of the pros here. You went 115 years, or 13 years it was.
Yeah.
But I think only 4 pros, or maybe you're the 4th or the 5th. But
yeah.
An unbelievable run, and for you, it's got to just be amazing to follow these gentlemen in life that are going back.
It really is, yeah. I'm the 4th head professional here at Cooke Municipal, and it all started with Hubert Cooke when he came over here, and started off with a 9-hole golf course, and added another 9 holes, and obviously the golf course is named after him. He had a run of 41 years here, and and then he was followed by Clayton Robb, who spent about 10 years here, and then of course Danny Jutra, who was my mentor. I grew up under his guidance, and learned a lot from him over the years. And when he retired, that's when I kind of stepped in and have been here ever since. So we have a pretty good track record with longevity here at Cooke, and it's pretty unique in that sense.
I think that speaks volumes for the course, the people, the cooperation with the city that, when you get into this position, you stick here for a while, and you probably, until you retire, you're going to play more, but I think that says something about this place as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just part of what we do here. I mean, it's, we've got a great group of golfers around here. This is a pretty competitive club. We've produced some really good golfers over the years. Women, men, juniors, the whole group. And, we want to see that progress into the future. And I'm very fortunate to be a part of that.
A nice group of juniors right now. We were just talking off the Cole, obviously. There's others around here as well. So then we have a great group led by the Dannies and the Ashton Bigman. So there's really everybody here, and can't forget about the women's side, even with the Gary Anderson group. Yeah,
she's got obviously a lot of ties to Prince Albert, and she comes up for the Ladies Northern every year and still competes. And we've got the Carly Wormworths. Kim Brown had her start here at Cooke, and it's really nice to follow these individuals and watch them grow over the years. And maybe golf was a start, but they've branched out into other areas, and they're successful in the things that they do. So absolutely.
We kind of bounced away from the tournament a little bit, but obviously coming back in July is going to be the men's amateur championship here. Our biggest event, maybe the biggest in the province, but how excited are you guys to get that back?
We're really excited. It's been quite a while since we've last hosted it, but the golf course went through some pretty big changes here over the last few years with our irrigation system, and we did some modifications to some tee boxes and one of the greens. So we feel that the golf course is ready for this championship, and I'm sure it'll provide a good test for all the players.
So when it comes to hosting, you got to have everything, right? You guys have the restaurant, the Rock and Iron right here, and that's kind of why we're sitting down here today. I mentioned off the top, 10 days ago or so, you're named as the general manager of the entire facility. And a lot of outside observers may think that you've always been doing that, but so that's a new thing. But I guess, how did that kind of come about with the board and everybody working together and you getting named the general manager of the entire facility?
Yeah, it's been in the works for a little while here. I'm familiar with all the operations, the curling end of things, the food and beverage, and obviously the golf course, and it just seems to be a natural fit. I mean, I've been around for a while, and we've got a great group of people working here, and just kind of get everything tied together. I mean, it is 3 different entities that kind of operate this facility, and just a little more continuity with things, just brings the organization a little closer together. So we've been at it for a little while here, and looking forward to making a couple minor changes going forward. But we've had to adapt, with COVID and everything, and it's just a continuing process. You always have to adapt with the times, and I'm looking forward to that going forward.
My understanding is you do know a little bit about curling ice as well. You've done that.
Yeah, I have. I used to curl quite a bit. Actually, we had a pretty prominent team there for a few years, but with COVID, we kind of backed off for the last couple, but hoping to get back into it next year. But we are. I used to make the curling ice here for a number of years. That was. Kept me going year round, being, starting off as an assistant pro, and you're busy in the summer months, but it's a pretty long winter here in Saskatchewan. So it was something that I learned from a couple pretty good ice techs. I worked at the Briar with Hans Wuttrich, and we did some Grand Slam events with Mark Shurik over the years. So, I learned from the best, and, hopefully I brought a little bit back to PA here, and it's, we have such good facilities here, and golf and curling go hand in hand, so we want to, keep that going forward.
Yeah, taking it back to Sherry, they definitely do. You mentioned your staff, and you can't do without, Drew has been helping you here.
Yeah.
So does this open the door for maybe Drew to do a little bit more if you are going to be tired? Because, curling does have its off-season, but there's still things to do, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, Drew he's been awesome. I mean, yeah, we're trying to put a little more on his plate. He's, he just passed his playing ability test with the PGA here a couple summers ago, and he's fast-tracking some of the classes that he's got to get to complete his certification. So I'm, trying to help him out with that, and he's such a good guy. He, all the members love him, and yeah, it just frees me up to do, other things, facility related, but yeah, the team that we have here, we're really proud of, and I'm pretty fortunate in that sense.
I guess, and lastly, I'm not sure when retirement is on in the future for you, but I guess what would you want your legacy? I mean, right out front is Danny's name on the drive up here, and I'm not saying that you want that, but what's the legacy that you would like to leave for the next pro that comes here eventually?
Oh, that's a tough one, Clark. We've made some positive changes to the golf course, updating the irrigation, working with Pierre over the years, we've done a lot of hard work, making improvements, and really just, whoever down the road, whenever that may be, whoever replaces me, I just want to leave the facility better than it was when I started, kind of thing, and I think we're on track with that. We're hoping to do some more improvements to the golf course in the fall here with bunkers and cart paths and, those sorts of things. But, yeah, the list is long, but we keep chipping away at it, and we keep improving what we have, every year. So that's, why, we're consistently ranked in one of the top golf courses in the province, and we want to reinvest, that money into the future, because this is a really big piece of our community here, the Cooke Municipal Golf Course, and it brings a lot of visitors to the city, and it's just a great asset. So, yeah.
Thanks for doing this today. Congrats on the new gig.
All right.
I'm looking forward to being back in July for what should be a really great week.
Absolutely. We look forward to having you back here, Clark, and thanks again for doing this.